any final predictions? Any final wishes? Let me know. What would make your day if you got it this afternoon? If you gave me Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4, Breath of the Wild 2, any one of those three would make the whole event for me. Okay. It's happening. Any second now. It's 2 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, this is Paul Gale from PaulGaleNetwork.com. We are about to watch the Nintendo Direct for February 17th, 2021. I am so excited. Here we go. Thank you for joining me. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh. Xenoblade.
One day, Pyra just disappeared.
Seeing Rex. Could this be a Smash Bros. Tease of Rex or Pyra coming?
Find her anywhere.
Or is this content coming to Xenoblade Chronicles 2? I don't know.
It was as if she vanished off the face of all rest. Without a trace.
Because she got invited to Smash.
I'll find you, whatever it takes. This is where you were. Pyra!
Sorry, Rex. I couldn't tell you. Because I got an invitation to join
I called it! Wow! That's cool! Man.
Oh, I thought I was gonna be in.
That's funny. That's awesome.
Behold the power of the Aegis.
Okay,
Power to get smash attack with fire.
that's cool.
That's genius. You're pretty much owning them, and these are seasoned fighters.
This is awesome. The way that intro was. Whoa.
Got a tight spot. Mithra? Let me handle it.
Yes, can she switch? Dope.
Mithra.
It's like a Zelda Chic thing back in the day, or what?
Hey, are these guys planning on winning? Gee, I feel kind of bad now. Coming through. Lightning, faster. Who's on it? Ray of punishment.
Oh man,
Foresight.
it totally felt like a Smash Bros. Intro. I called it. That was cool.
Right here.
Wow,
You two can swap between each other freely.
Serious?
that's rad.
Blinding speed.
Probably a down B,
Nothing can stand
maybe.
in our way.
Quite the spectacle, aren't they?
Wait, Grumps?
I've missed this buddy. Can't give I was a while. Oh, look, our friends are here. And there's some more.
You're all mine.
I'll lend you a hand.
Cool.
Sacred arrow.
2 different Final Smashes or just the one? Oh no, there's 2. Sweet.
Sure did. Witness our power.
Oh,
Never expected to see you two again. Well, now that you're in Smash, I won't go easy on you.
Oh, fighting words. You forget. We're fighters too!
That is dope. Not a third-party character, and I'm okay with that, man. Nintendo's got some great IP themselves. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, awesome game. Nice surprise.
Hello, everyone. It's been a while. I'm Shinya
It's
Takahashi
been a while.
from Nintendo.
Nice.
Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations. However, we haven't been able to present a Nintendo Direct in this style for some time. I'm happy to share this Nintendo Direct with you all today. We appreciate your continued support.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Okay, what you just saw was the reveal trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Pyra and Mithra. They originally appeared in the Xenoblade Chronicles series as Rex's 2-in-1 ally. Please look forward to seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This fighter releases in March, so we hope you'll stay tuned just a bit longer.
Nice. Next month.
Alright, let's continue with our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
Oh, the first batch. Oh, this is all great.
Stumble toward greatness when Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout comes to the Nintendo Switch system summer 2021.
Very good.
You have 22 minutes before the solar system is destroyed. Venture into the vast reaches of space to uncover the secrets left behind by an ancient civilization. You have 22 minutes. After that, the sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated. However, everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information you gather.
Outer Wilds. Got a Majora's Mask thing going on with time. That's cool.
By repeating these cycles, you'll gradually unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe. What messages will you discover? How can you prevent the sun from exploding? Why is the solar system trapped in an
This looks pretty
endless
good.
time loop?
This is neat.
Find out when the critically acclaimed Outer Wilds launches on Nintendo Switch summer
I haven't seen
2021.
that previously.
Put your sleuthing skills to the test in two classic murder mystery games. Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. Two deep cuts from Nintendo history are coming to North America for the first time.
Wow.
Localized in English and modernized for the Nintendo Switch system. Suspense,
That's
drama,
pretty unique.
and twists and turns
Wouldn't have
await at every corner.
seen this today. Wouldn't have pictured this today, I
You'll
should
be on the
say.
edge of your seat as you dive into these deep narratives set in Japan. In one game, you'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in a haunted village while dealing with amnesia. But that's not the only case to crack.
Famicom Detective Club has a cool anime visual style to it.
In the other game, you'll investigate a supernatural rumor after a mysterious death to free students
Speaking of
from a
visuals,
sinister nightmare. Interrogate
Fall Guys.
suspects and hunt for
That
clues
looks
to
good
piece
on Nintendo
together these
Switch.
chilling conundrums. Can you figure out who
Graphics
the
were
culprit
nice,
is
polished.
before it's
Seems
too
to be
late?
moving around smoothly. That's cool. Good seeing popular games continue coming over to the platform. Of course, now we have a little bit of a pause, likely because the stream is probably, upwards in the high hundreds of thousands, if not low millions, as it should be. This is a big deal. Very cool.
Uncover the deadly truth in Famicom Detective Club The Missing Heir and Famicom Detective Club The Girl Who Stands Behind. Coming to Nintendo
Okay.
Switch May 14th.
May. Still looking
Pre-orders
first half.
begin today on Nintendo eShop. A new age of battles begins.
Gonna get some Fire Emblem or something? Oh, think so. Hmm. Samurai Warriors 5. Okay.
The latest entry in the Samurai Warriors franchise is coming to Nintendo Switch. Dive into the history of the Sengoku period as the series now shines the spotlight on Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuhide Akechi.
I hope the game does well because
Character designs and visuals have been
Tecmo
revamped
Koei
for this installment.
has
Unleash
done
high-octane moves in electrifying 1 versus
some awesome
1,000
stuff
battles.
for Nintendo with Hyrule Warriors
Samurai
on
Warriors
Wii
5,
U,
slashing its way onto
and
Nintendo Switch summer 2021.
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity for Nintendo Switch. So Samurai Warriors 5 coming over.
The vast world of Fadia
Bring it.
beckons.
I hope it does well.
After 20 long years, Legend
Graphics
of
look
Mana
good.
featuring remastered HD graphics is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Legend of Mana, an old school game.
You'll set off on a journey to find the mystical mana tree seen in a dream. Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels,
Talk about
you'll
good
acquire
box
special
art
items
back in the
called
day
artifacts. Place
for
them on
this
the
game.
map to bring towns, dungeons, and other lands to life. It's up to you on when and where to place artifacts, as well as how to advance the story. Join forces with characters, each on their own personal quests. Square off against fearsome monsters. Or take a break from adventure and rest up at home. The music has been rearranged for this enhanced version, and you can alternate between
That's
the new
good.
arrangements and the original soundtrack. Other features have been added, including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land. Legend of Mana will launch on Nintendo Switch June 24th.
Welcome. Nice. Monster Hunter on Nintendo Switch feels good. It's just a smart move by Capcom. We already have stories too. We've already got Rise. And tell me what this is. This is a trailer for Rise, right? You saw so much new footage earlier on that I'm like, you're not giving me a third Monster Hunter, are you? This gotta be Rise. This is dope. The game's demo was already cool, but
Elder, I have important news.
you know, barely scratched the surface.
Go assemble the villagers. 50 years ago, Kamura village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo. And we suffered some devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
Our hunter's about to face the biggest challenge yet!
Wow.
No! We can't lose this game! Pull yourselves together! You're not getting in!
Let's go, everybody!
Go rampage somewhere else!
This looks epic.
To me now!
Oh.
Here it comes!
This looks way better than the demo, and the demo was already fun, and the first trailers were already cool.
The rampage. How long do you think it's going to last?
fact that it made me question for a second, is this Monster Hunter Rise or something
No.
different?
We should start preparations right away.
We're here to offer assistance.
That goes to show you just how big the game is and how diverse it's probably going to be in its locales and everything. Man, March 26th, next month, coming up. Sweet.
That was the latest trailer for Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom. How will our heroes fare against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series, launching March 26th. Next, please take a look at this.
Ooh boy, every time. Mario Golf!
The fairway is open once
Yeah!
again. Tee off in the latest installment of the Mario Golf series, coming to Nintendo Switch.
Yay! Super Rush!
Study the wind and terrain. Take your time to
Cool.
think things through. Then swing. Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters.
Boy, it looks
Courses
good.
Filled with lush, natural scenery. Use features on the greens, like a shot gauge, to see how your shot will curve due to slopes, and a scan that lets you examine a course's terrain. These features can help you ace your shots.
So cool.
In addition to button controls, you can also
Nice.
use motion controls by holding a Joy-Con controller like a golf club.
That's cool.
Gently swing the controller to have your character swing in the game, letting you easily enjoy
Great,
the sensation
Nintendo.
of golfing.
We got a good Mario Tennis. Now we're gonna have a good Mario
On top
Golf.
of all that, there are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf, including this one, Speed Golf.
Running around like this
Here, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off at the same time.
makes you feel like
then
it's a
you'll race through the course to
an
reach your
Odyssey
ball.
kind of thing or a
Give it
Bowser's
another
Fury
whack
kind
to
of
get it
thing.
closer to the hole, then keep going. Outpace your opponents to come out on top.
That looks
Your
fun.
golfing skills aren't the only things at play. Make use of dashes and special shots to beat the competition. Oh, can
Whoa.
we mention story mode?
Whoa,
As a Mii
good.
character, you'll start out as a rookie and develop your golfing skills while interacting with various Mushroom Kingdom characters. Level up with experience points earned during matches. Then, allocate points to different stats, allowing you to develop your character however you
I like seeing the
You
Mii's
can also
still
use
around.
your Mii in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test.
June
when
25th.
Mario Golf Super Rush swings onto Nintendo Switch June
That's the
25th.
same time as,
Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop after this presentation.
Oh, okay. Pre-order. I thought demo. Pre-orders.
The latest game in the Mario Golf series adds new gameplay for multiplayer
That's
modes,
around the same time frame
as well
as
as the familiar golf gameplay with
ARMS.
easy-to-learn controls.
that last week of June kind
Please
of
look
title.
forward to this game
Getting
on
ready for
Nintendo
summer.
Switch. Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Okay, that was cool. Already a cool new game.
Check out these
Coming
games
from
coming
Nintendo.
to Nintendo Switch.
Nice. Good presentation so far.
Return to the unforgiving world of Pandora in Tales from the Borderlands. Play as the Hyperion lackey Reese and the quick-witted con artist Fiona as you set out to recover a mountain of cash. Set between
Borderlands collection
2
for
and 3,
Nintendo Switch
this
is
game
good.
includes all 5 episodes, filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters, bandit lords, and vault hunters are just a handful of the
Getting a new
obstacles you'll
Borderlands
encounter
movie.
in this choice-driven narrative adventure. Embark on a wild ride when Tales from the Borderlands launches on Nintendo Switch, March 24th. 32 of Capcom's most beloved
Capcom's arcade
classics
stadium.
are coming to Nintendo Switch. Rewind gameplay, adjust game speed or difficulty, and select from a variety of display options to relive that sweet arcade goodness. Get 1943 The Battle of Midway for free, then purchase game packs or the standalone Ghosts and Goblins add-on to build your collection. Local co-op play is also
Nice.
available. Scratch that nostalgic itch when Capcom Arcade Stadium launches
Strider.
later today.
Great one.
Brains. As a zombie, you just can't get enough of it. In this action game from Aspire, you'll build your zombie horde and take revenge on the city by turning humans into your undead allies. Replenish your bodily arsenal of sputum head, gut grenades, and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto Nintendo Switch March 16th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Good variety so far today.
It's
Oh,
Travis Touchdown
yes!
versus Assassin.
No More Heroes 3!
Aliens?
Oh, one of the ones that I was hoping for
Aliens
that would
have
show up.
invaded Earth. Hold up. Is
Yes.
this the right game? Anyway, after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate. Here we go. As the crass beam katana wielding assassin
Awesome.
Travis Touchdown, you'll need to fight your way to the top to save the world. Hey, not so fast. To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll then face off against a slew of unusual opponents. Most of them aliens with some crazy tricks up their sleeves. Study their tactics carefully to gain the upper hand in combat. With a new and improved Death Glove, you'll have access to a variety of deadly skills that can be customized and upgraded before each match.
But how do you charge your katana?
The fate of the world is at stake. So get ready to kick some, whatever aliens have that you can kick. Anyway, it'll all make sense when No More Heroes 3 lands on Earth. Or, you know,
August
Nintendo
27th.
Switch, August
Our
27th.
first official non-first half of the year game. Dope.
Exterminate demons in heaven.
As above,
Neon white.
so below. Why do they
Alright.
need assassins in heaven? To do someone's dirty work.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty quick. Interesting.
It's kill or be killed. You won't last long if you can't rely on yourself. God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
Uncover Heaven's mysteries in neon white, coming to Nintendo Switch, winter 2021.
Winter could technically be
The DC superhero girls are
now,
here
as
to
it's
save
early
the day.
winter 2021, or
Hi,
winter could be
everyone.
late
My name's
December, right?
Skyward Sword,
Which winter?
AKA Batgirl. I'm always inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and backup. This is Supergirl. She's super strong and has heat vision, plus super breath. And let's not forget Wonder Woman, an Amazonian warrior who wields the lasso of truth. Along with our friends Green
This is
Lantern,
fun.
Bumblebee, and Zatanna, we fight evil supervillains to keep our city safe. But we're not just about the super life. We also have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown with my besties.
This is pretty cool.
Take some photos to share on Superstar Post while we're at it. Hey, I got a comment already. Nice. Ooh, and I definitely want to hit up Sweet Justice later. Uh-oh, something really bad is threatening the city. No one could have seen it coming, but when justice calls, you can count on us to answer no matter what. We just gotta make sure no one figures out our secret identities.
DC Superhero Girls Team Power, heroically sourced onto Nintendo Switch, June 4th.
That looks like it could be quite a bit of fun.
Ready to juice cannons and prepare for battle.
Plants vs. Zombies. March 19th. All right. So far, looking good. Nintendo Switch is a very capable machine. there are very few games that might be out that couldn't work on the system, you know? I know it's not always exactly as easy as, you know, lowering the resolution, lowering the frame rate, and, you know, lowering the textures, but honestly, if you could do that,
Hint, anyone can.
and put some time
And
and
together on a
effort,
quest to face
you can
evil
bring
and
almost any
save
game out there to
faces.
Nintendo Switch right now.
Miitopia is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Been a while since we've had
Cast new
Miitopia.
characters
That's
in
good.
various roles across the kingdom. Turn your favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord. Makeup has been added as a new feature in this game. Glam up your Miis and get them ready for adventure. There's also a new wig feature, letting you go wild with your Mii creations and make them even more fabulous.
Hey, the
In the
Animal
world of
Crossing
Miitopia,
audience
relationships are key.
brought a lot of
So
new
consider
players to
spending
the
some
system
quality time
that
with
may or may
allies to
not have
strengthen
picked up a
bonds.
Nintendo Switch previously, so
This can give you an advantage during battle.
something like Miitopia, that could get some decent
If your
attention.
relationship's sour, though, things might take a turn for the worse. Whoa! You can have a horse as an ally? That sounds pretty darn good. Care for it, and it'll lend a hand, or poof, in battle. Venture with friends and familiar faces in the lighthearted romp Miitopia, coming to Nintendo Switch May 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
Looks like we're about halfway in, and we've already had some pretty good content.
Super Mario-themed items are coming to your island.
Awesome! I knew some Animal Crossing stuff was coming.
Super Mario Brothers 35th anniversary themed items are coming to the
Cool.
Animal Crossing New Horizons game. Familiar items like the Super Mushroom and the Question Block can be ordered in-game as furniture items. So place them however and wherever you'd like.
Ooh.
You can also place 2 warp pipes.
Oh boy,
Then use them to travel between locations
this is
on your
going to
island.
be cool.
Hey, why not try recreating the Mushroom Kingdom?
That's
A
terrific.
free update for the game launches
February
February
25th. 8 days
After
from now.
downloading it, Super Mario Brothers items will be available via Nook Shopping starting March 1st.
Awesome.
Keep an eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the latest information.
Very cool, Nintendo. I like that.
We hope you continue enjoying life on your island.
How was that?
Great.
These collaboration items will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary events. Please wait a bit longer for their release. Speaking of which, last week, we had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game. We hope you enjoyed that Mario adventure as well. Next, we have another game to show you.
Ooh, please be something like... Wait, no, I don't know. I was like, Bayonetta? No. I see something dark, I'm like, Bayonetta? No. A Fire Emblem? Oh, okay.
He leaves us no recourse. Swords!
Square Enix.
Frost will answer for his crimes today.
Something in the 2D HD
Loyalty.
series.
Raised earth and burnt corpses.
You and no other must decide how we proceed. You are a leader and must be the
I love this
look to when the night is dark.
16-bit
with these fierce. Today
art
you
style on
burn.
steroids.
I promise to do all in my power to see us through this safely. Every last one of us.
Octopath Traveler has such a nice look to it. Project Triangle Strategy.
Far, far away lies the continent of Norzilia, comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits of salt and iron. The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually ignited into a great conflict known as the Salt Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an uneasy truce, decades later the flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
What a beautiful look.
In this new tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapon. The range can be extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons such as bows and arrows. Thus, your forces can use
This
the
style
terrain
fits
and other elements
a strategy
to gain the
RPG
upper
quite
hand.
well.
An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful blow from the ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
Charge into an enemy to send them flying into position for a follow-up attack. We win. Link attacks together by first casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain. Then electrify the area with lightning magic.
Man.
It is of the utmost importance to survey the battlefield before taking action.
This looks good. This looks really fun.
Throughout the story, you will be faced with making
An
important
Octopath Traveler
decisions
sold
in
over
a
1 million
variety
copies
of situations.
on Nintendo Switch, so
Utility, morality, liberty.
I have some hopes for this one
Your
doing
decisions
well.
will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause. The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
So they refused to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what true might is.
Project
Probably have a
Triangle
couple of
Strategy,
different
a brand new
endings in
tactical
that game.
RPG from Square Enix, will launch in 2022.
That's cool. All right, another 2022 title. I love it.
Future.
Just because I want to
After
see.
this presentation, a demo
Oh,
version
nice.
of this game will be available to download on Nintendo.
Man, that's
eShop.
awesome.
And in the future, we'll conduct a survey
Perfect.
to gather player feedback. We
We're
look
looking at
forward to hearing your
A
responses
year in
on
advance
the
getting to
demo.
play a game. That's awesome. That's the E3
Please look
effect right
forward
there.
to future updates on this brand new
Very cool.
tactical RPG from Square Enix. Okay, let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Okay.
Calling all hunters. Do you have what it takes?
I was gonna say. Right before the lightsaber, I kid you not. Star Wars? Star Wars Hunters. Coming 2021. That's it. Hey. Surprise.
Star Wars Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter coming to Nintendo Switch in 2021.
That's cool.
All right, let's do this.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take one.
We all play for different reasons.
Korgan loved battle. Korgan used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery, Hades' soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting for a hero.
My line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
Just once I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple.
Corgan want new weapon.
In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. I'll get some.
This is pretty cool. I didn't know what direction they were going with this. This is neat.
Let's find out what sound your face makes!
It's a dodgeball / capture the flag kind of game.
Hands up, Your Highness.
Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers. Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey, can we redesign our characters? Not a team if you're not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone, not a bloody fashion show.
Pass to me. Well, interview's over. Oh, come on, man, one more game.
What a fun presentation for this game. Knockout City, May 21st, 2021. That's fun. That was cool. That was different.
The fight for survival starts now.
Hang on tight, because you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life, literally. Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park, the 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
I don't want to die yet. Sorry to scare you all, but the game is canceled.
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that blends side-scrolling action with suspenseful narrative.
The one behind the whole game of fate.
As you make your way back home to Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with a group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's End Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th.
Interesting.
Wield the power of
Oh,
Olympus.
man, is Hades
Physical
good.
release of Hades.
Oh, Hades is so good.
The critically acclaimed
Getting a
dungeon
physical
crawler and
release?
recipient of multiple Game of the Year awards.
I
This
loved
game is a
Hades.
Physical release on Nintendo Switch. This version comes with a couple of extras to assist you on your journey out of the underworld. The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack.
Well, that's
It's
cool.
packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping
Hades
music
is good
composed by
music.
Darren Korb.
Great game. One of my
Known for
favorites
his
of
work
last
on
year.
previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion. The second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the
man.
game's vibrant cast of gods, ghosts, and monsters, all by
I loved the look of
Gen Z.
all
And let's
these
not forget
characters.
the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating
Dang.
action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again, or for the first time, with the physical version of Hades on March 19th.
Supergiant Games did such a good job. I loved Hades.
3 deadly action games,
Yes!
1 massive
Oh,
collection.
yeah, dude. Ryu Hayabusa. Ninja
Ninja
Gaiden.
Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge.
We technically
Coming
got
to
3
Nintendo Switch as the
on
action-packed
Wii U,
Ninja
but
Gaiden
now
Master Collection.
all 3 of these. Oh, this is great.
You are the legendary ninja Ryu Hayabusa, fighting against a great evil with battle skills that are second to none. Wield an arsenal of killer weapons, each offering a playstyle with different set of lethal skills, along with ruthless ninjutsu to swiftly take down enemies. Quickly gauge your opponent's movements while unleashing fast and frenzied combos.
This is great.
And team up with other super ninjas in your quest to fulfill your destiny. All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included. Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo
June 10th.
Switch
That's great.
Summer 2021.
That's cool. Love that. Oh, yes!
Are coming to
Woo!
Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Another one of my tops of 2020. expansion pass. Okay, I'm like, what are you gonna give us? Oh, what is this? New weapon, new costume, exploratory. Oh man.
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch.
Of course, we've got 10 minutes to go.
Bravely Default 2 is almost
coming
here.
soon. Bravely Default 2.
Heroes of Light will soon embark
Hey, I
on a
called
journey
the
to
Hyrule
restore
Warriors
the
thing.
Use the job
Glad we're
system to
getting
develop
some
your characters
DLC.
and master the brave and default commands to emerge victorious in turn-based battles.
I live to fight.
Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy this brand new story on February 26th. A new trailer for Bravely Default 2 will be revealed following this presentation. The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available.
I was just playing the demo the other day.
The legendary Ghosts
Oh,
and
cool.
Goblins
Ghosts and
series
Goblins.
comes to life. As the brave knight Arthur, you'll unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within the Demon Realm. Local co-op play is also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters.
That's cool.
Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation, or Archie for bridges. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th. Pre-orders are available
Super
now
Goals and
on
Ghosts
Nintendo eShop.
back on the Super NES, early 90s. That was a great game.
8 protagonists. 8
That one's
captivating
available on
journeys.
the Nintendo
Saga
Switch
Frontier has
Online
been
service.
remastered for Nintendo Switch.
And it really helps
Travel
having the
through a
rewind
stunning
feature
sci-fi
nowadays.
world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus, Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game launches April 15th.
Saga Frontier Remastered April 15th.
Apex Legends is storming onto
Apex
the Nintendo Switch
Legends.
system. This free-to-play battle royale features a growing roster of powerful contenders named Legends, strategic combat, cross-platform play, and more. All players on Nintendo Switch can get an all-new Legendary Pathfinder skin, and 30 free levels for the Season 8 Mayhem Battle Pass.
Wow.
Plus, for the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double XP when you play on Nintendo Switch. Fight for fortune, fame, and glory when Apex Legends enters the fray March 9th.
That held up well.
How's it going so far?
Good!
There's still a little bit more
Oof.
to show you in today's Nintendo Direct, so we hope you'll stick with us. Next, please take a look at this.
Okay. Alright. What's it gonna be? Oh my gosh.
Hello there. I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game.
Goosebumps.
Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize.
Are you kidding me?
Development is proceeding smoothly,
Okay.
and we should be able to bring you some new information this year. For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer. While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Okay, okay, you build me up, you break me down, but now you're giving me Skyward Sword HD. Okay. Alright. Oh gosh, was I hoping for some Breath of the Wild 2 footage today so badly. I'm a little bit shocked that we're not getting a small trailer, even if it wasn't, you know, gameplay footage, just a little cinematic piece, but that's okay. We have to wait a little later. That means probably some type of direct coming before June. But hey, The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword HD coming over. That's
what
good.
you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold 2 Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick. Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction. Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers.
Oh wow!
The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword.
Oh, that's
the left
nice.
features a Hylian shield.
Oh, that's pretty.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself.
That looks nice.
We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
Smart to have. July 16th.
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword
Nice.
HD launches July 16th.
9 days after my birthday. Pretty
Following
sweet.
this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local
Oh,
retailer.
I'm getting those
Many of you
Joy-Con.
may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild
Yeah.
game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, using the sailcloth to
Yep.
descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran, even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well. Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Okay, I'll be adding that to my collection of
Well,
HD Zeldas.
what did you think?
Good.
The Legend of Zelda
One more,
Skyward
though?
Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today. Please take a look at this.
Please be big. Please be big. Not actual gameplay footage. Splatoon 3? Ooh. Story-driven, perhaps? I've always thought that Splatoon could venture off into action-adventure kind of game, showing the battles of past or something. Still retain the 4 versus 4, but do more. Is that what we're getting here? Or are we just straight up getting Splatoon 3 and it's another 4v4? Because this looks more, you know, open-ended adventure based. Wow, is that a big city? Music's kicking up. Splatoon 3, dude. Nice. Interesting build up. Okay, here we go. Oh man, the goosebumps are back. Oh, the music. Total goosebumps kicking in. Splatoon's a lot of fun. Back into the ink. 2022. Cool. All right. That's 50 minutes. I think that's it.
What you've just seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while. We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time. Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in development. And we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
All right. Thank you, Nintendo. I said in the beginning, if I got Metroid Prime 4 footage in some capacity of the successor to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, or Bayonetta 3, the whole event would be done for me. You know, I wanted one of those three so badly, and we didn't get any of them. Nothing from Bayonetta 3, not even a tease. Nothing Metroid related at all. Zelda, we had a statement from Mr. Eiji Aonuma that the team is hard at work, that things are going well for the successor to Breath of the Wild, but nothing new to show. Please be patient, wait a little bit longer. I could live with that. At least it got mentioned. That gives me hope that they're just really putting all effort into making the game, taking it important, making it a priority. You know, putting a demo off to the side takes a lot of time, valuable hours perhaps. That makes me think, gosh, is a 2021 release still likely for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, if you will? Still possible. I mean, to wait a little bit longer. All right, it's February, March, April, May. If 3 months from now, June, 4 months from now, they show off a trailer, that would be cool for the game. And if they do, it could be a relatively short amount of time from that trailer to the game coming out in November. Obviously, Nintendo doesn't want Skyward Sword HD to impact the sales of Breath of the Wild's sequel, vice versa. They want both to succeed. So maybe Breath of the Wild 2 at this point, maybe it is more likely to be a March 2022 release, you know, coming in at the Nintendo Switch 5-year anniversary, / potentially a Nintendo Switch Plus model at that time, you know, to help further the vision, still be available on the base Nintendo Switch models, but, you know, running at a higher frame rate, better resolution, better graphics, etc. on the hypothetical Nintendo Switch, you know, refresh, not Nintendo Switch 2, not full-on successor. But we got The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. I would say that it looks closer to the amount of effort visually put into Twilight Princess HD than what Wind Waker got in Wind Waker HD. I was kind of hoping for the latter, that it would look bigger and even more polished, more defined. But it still looked good, and I'm happy that they made the controls work for, you know, everybody. I liked the motion controls. I was fine with them. I know some people prefer classic style, and here at least you'll have the opportunity to do either, so that's nice. Those Joy-Con, though, that was a plus. You know, I'm looking at some of the things that I said in yesterday's video, and Joy-Con, new Joy-Con is one of the things that I called, not as a guarantee, not like I knew, but one of the things that I thought I could see new Joy-Con colors. Monster Hunter Rise trailer. We got a Mario sports game such as Mario Tennis would be nice. And we got a Mario Tennis, so that's good. We got some RPGs from Square Enix. Nice. We got some demos dropping today. A good amount of game variety. Some new titles shown off for the first time. We got one Smash Brothers character, which is kind of a 1 and 2 mix as I'm cycling through. Another Warriors game. Splatoon 3. The trailer's end was sort of interesting because I don't want to say it was an anticlimactic end to the presentation, because Splatoon is a big IP now. Splatoon 2 was, a great game, even better than its predecessor, and Splatoon 3 looks really good. I guess in my mind, I was keeping on for okay, Metroid Prime 4 or a Bayonetta 3 at this point would be the big one for me, but ending on Splatoon 3 was still nice. It was a very interesting change-up in the beginning of that video, though. But still cool. Overall, this was a really good, really welcomed presentation. We got a lot of support from third parties. Nintendo is doing a lot internally. We got first half of the year games. We got some second half of the year games, and we got a look into 2022. I called Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity DLC coming, and that was the one that I got right, because I said games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that they would be talking about. Well, there was your game right there. It was Hyrule Warriors. Hades getting a physical release. Nice announcement. Yeah, overall, awesome. I wish that I got my Breath of the Wild sequel, though. Some footage. It's hard to not be too greedy, because it was great. I had a really fun time. I was smiling a lot and getting goosebumps several times. Pokemon wasn't present, however. And it makes me wonder, because one of the things I said a couple of days ago in my Video Game News with Paul Gale Network segment is that I heard of a Zelda Direct coming, potentially this Sunday, the 20th, in the United States, which would be the 21st in Japan, potentially early morning on the 21st in the US, because it would still be 21st in Japan, up through next Saturday. Within the next week, I heard. Now, the fact that we got some Zelda today, is that what was planned originally and it was put into today? Could we still get more on the anniversary week itself, still coming sometime between this Sunday and next Saturday? Or was that just not correct information that I received, and there was nothing planned Zelda specific? It was all along planned that Zelda would be in here. I don't know what. Well, we still have next week. We might get some more Zelda stuff. We've got Pokemon coming up soon with Post Malone. And we still have Zelda's anniversary date, which Nintendo wouldn't show Breath of the Wild footage that day, would they? Maybe. Wouldn't that be weird if they chose not to show the Breath of the Wild footage today, but show it on, this Sunday or Monday or sometime next week? Hey, I would welcome it. I wouldn't complain, but that would be kind of an interesting choice to not do it now and do it then. But that could be a thing. All right. That's going to do it today for this presentation and my live action watch through. Thank you for watching with me. This is Paul Gale Network signing out. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and let me know in the comments what you thought about all of this stuff. All right, cool stuff. I'm overall very happy, even though I didn't get one of the top 3 at the end. It's all good. Okay, take it easy.